How good does it feel to get into the off-season workouts?
I feel real good. My off season started not long after the Super Bowl, so I've been working since a few days after the game.
You did well when you came back last season. So is there anything, something that you plan to improve?
Yeah, everything. I wouldn't say I did well. I did my part, but I got a lot to improve on, a lot to polish up on when it comes to my game. So this off season I've been hitting all of those deficits, trying to get better.
Thank you.
No problem.
Jordan?
Hey, Cam, how are you? Nice to see you.
You too. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Are those the new hats for this spring?
I'm not sure. I just wanted to put one on my head.
Pretty cool. Hey, so as you kind of build, I mean, obviously such a huge milestone for you last year and coming back, but in terms of connecting with some of that sports science and moving forward now, I'm kind of curious about what some of the new milestones are for you now. You as you get back, you were at full health when you came back, but as you continue to test, what's possible for you now?
What's possible, and whatever I work for, I think I can accomplish. So just making sure my body is all the way healthy, doing all the little maintenance work, just polishing everything up. Like you said, I was healthy at the end of the season, and now it's just about staying healthy and playing the whole season.
When you get into your programming with the strength and conditioning staff, because you were so invested in the rehab process last year, are there new things that you want to continue to take forward with you as you continue to build and develop and grow?
Yeah, some of the habits that I developed in rehab, they'll be good to bring with me just in everyday preparation in life, here at the facility. So just how I go about my days, I always try to get better. I always find an hour, 2 hours every day to find something to work on, So I think the rehab process really locked me in on that.
Thanks, Cam.
No problem.
Maria?
Hey, Cam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Getting back into the building and you've got some new coaches, how long does it kind of take you to acclimate to that since the coaches have moved around a bit?
Not long at all. Obviously, like you said, we had some changes. Some people moved around. New running back coach, and it's like back of your hand. It's just who you're working with now. Thank God it's good. It's good people. Thank God we have good people to work with. So it's a business. So we just take it and roll with it.
From the time that you were not playing, what do you think you learned the most kind of watching and having to be on the sideline?
Well, I think I already knew, but just knowing that it could be taken away, that it could be really taken away at any moment, like you can't play no more. That kind of that did it. I think that put me in my mode again.
Good. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Kevin?
Hi, Cam. Good to see you.
You too.
You said a couple of minutes ago, I wouldn't say I did well, talking about the games at the end of the season. Now that it's a couple months have gone by, how do you assess how things went for you in those 5 games?
We won. We won the game, so they went well. It went well at the end of the day, but a lot of clips to learn from, a lot of plays to learn from. And that's exactly what I'm doing, learning from, like I said, I don't feel like I played my best, my best games, the 5 games I returned, but I did what I was supposed to do, but obviously that's not enough for me.
Mm-hmm. In the Super Bowl, I think you touched the ball in the first 3 plays. Did it feel like this was going to be a big game for you? And I guess related to that, I'm wondering, how was your shoulder in the Super Bowl? You'd heard it in the NFC Championship game, I know.
Well, I approach every game like it's going to be a big game. I didn't know, how it was going to play out, but I was preparing for it to play out like it was going to be a big game, you know. My shoulder was fine. I was ready. I was amped up, you know. Just trying to do whatever I could do to help us, you know, help us win, whether that was score touchdowns or you know, block, whatever it may be.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Stu.
Hey Cam, great to see you again.
You too.
So what was your initial reaction when that change was made where Thomas Brown went to coach the tight ends and then Rashad was brought in to coach the running backs? And obviously I know those interactions with Rashad have probably been limited to just meetings so far given the stage of the offseason program, but what have those initial interactions been like?
Been pretty well, obviously, you know, good, you know, but pretty regular. You know, Coach Samp is a great guy. From our little interaction with each other, you know, we had a few meetings. You know, we talked, real down to earth, but real detail oriented. So you know, and so am I. So I think we can just help each other, help this team be successful. You know, I think that's the goal. And as far as Coach Brown, he's still around. You know, so I can go and touch him, talk to him anytime I need to. You know, so it's kind of the same.
Thank you.
No problem.
Rashawn.
Hey, Cam. At what point in your recovery did you know you were kind of on like this supernatural type of trajectory?
Supernatural. I never looked at it like that. I just always felt real blessed, you know, throughout my process. I always feel like God had his hands placed on me. That was just I always been grateful, you know, to, you know, even be a person, you know, or the person that came back in 5 months, you know, to be able to say that. I just feel blessed to be able to say that, you know. Nobody else can say that. You know, I can't do nothing but thank God.
What has this offseason been like for you as a Super Bowl champion? Like what's some of the coolest things you've experienced? Have you been able to take the trophy back home? Like what's it been like?
It's been cool, you know. It's been cool. We won a Super Bowl, so you know it's been everything you can imagine. But you know, as far as me, like I said, I don't feel like I played the best games, you know, throughout that time span. So you know, it wasn't really a lot of celebrating for me. It was more, how can I get better? You know.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Gary.
Hey, Cam, good to see you again.
You too.
Just, last year, because of the injury before training camp, you weren't able to go through, camp as like a veteran after your rookie year. So how will you approach kind of the off-season program and training camp as you get ready for a full season?
Just have a plan, you know, have a plan and attack it. And we have a plan. Our trainers, our weight staff, our coaches, conditioning coaches, we got a plan. So just following that plan and making sure it's effective. That's all it comes down to, just having a plan, not just free working, overworking, underworking, having a plan and sticking to it.
How, the comeback obviously was remarkable, but how difficult was that to, meld right into full speed kind of work at that point in the season? I know it was great that you were able to come back, but I'm guessing that was more difficult than maybe it even looked.
I guess, maybe for somebody it would have been, but I feel like God prepared me for the moment. I was ready. I wasn't behind mentally. Obviously, I was behind a little bit physically, maybe conditioning wise, but mentally, which is probably the most important for me. I wasn't behind. I knew what I was supposed to be doing. I was able to hit the ground running. I didn't have to relearn or I knew what I was doing. I was comfortable. The coaches, they felt comfortable with me in the game. So Yeah, you know,
Thanks very much.
no problem.
I'll wrap up, Greg.
Hey, Cam, good to see you, man.
You too, Greg.
Hey, so you mentioned Coach Samples a bit earlier. I was curious, you're still getting to know him, obviously, but what's it like having a coach who's like 4.5 years older than you and way younger than pretty much everybody on the staff?
It's cool, man. Real personable. Obviously he a little younger, so we can relate a little bit. And like I said, he take his job serious. Regardless of his age and all of that, he take his job serious. He wants us to be effective. He wants us to be detail oriented, and he wants us to be consistent. And he tells us that every day. So, or every day we've seen him. I don't want to say it like it's a long time, but every day we've seen him. That's been his message. So following line or don't.
Are you the kind of guy who sets personal goals for yourself in terms of statistics, or do you go into this offseason thinking about just health, or do you think about numbers?
Yeah, I think about everything. I think about my health for sure first. Obviously, because there's no trying to chase greatness or history without your health. So, but I think about that. I think about all of that.